The passage chosen for today's devotion from Bible is Matthew, chapter 16, verses 13 to 20. Did you notice the remarkable titles given to Jesus in these verses? Jesus is seen to be the Son of Man, the Messiah and the Son of the living God. He is the one to whom is given the everlasting kingdom and power and glory. He is the Anointed One, the one who would fulfill the hopes of the nation in ways they could not imagine. Some people expected a Messiah who would be at least one of prophet, priest and king, but Jesus fulfilled all these roles. He put people in touch with God. He showed people what God is like, and he exercised God's rule over his people while also being the servant of the Lord. How did Peter recognize all this? Not through human insight. Only God in his grace can reveal God, and he had done so for Peter. It takes a revelation from above to see that this carpenter who was dismissed by his family as crazy and condemned as a criminal by his enemies was actually the divine Son of God. God's grace alone is what shows people who Jesus is and what he has done. No one's cleverness can deduce this. God alone gives this insight. So, the mission of the church is established. Peter and the other apostles would be the first to go and preach the good news that God was establishing a new community of his people from all over the world. A faithful people who would be in continuity with the Old Testament covenant community, yet new in the sense that Jesus designated it my community. Even when death itself assaulted this community, it would not crush it. The church will endure until Christ's return. No opposition, even persecution and martyrdom, will prevent the ultimate triumph of God's purposes. How do you think of Jesus and the mission of his church? Lord, give me a fresh vision of the wonder of Jesus, his power and grace. Encourage me to embrace his indestructible purposes.